breaking news.
And a busy afternoon for weather. It's leaving behind plenty of damage today. Thanks a lot for joining us here at 5. I'm Mike Dardis.
And good evening to you. I'm Cherie Palella. We are leading the way with team coverage for you from the hardest hit areas. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Robinson kicks things off for us with a look at the radar right now. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Cherie. Yeah, we are seeing things and keeping a close eye on things. Fortunately, a lot quieter than it was a few hours ago around the tri-state. And in fact, you can see that all the severe weather watches have been allowed to expire now. In fact, the tornado watch has been allowed to expire for the tri-state. You can see the back edge of that watch being chopped out as the severe threat has now moved on. So we are faring much better than we were several hours ago now. And in fact, all that's really left are some pockets of rain to our north and east of the metro area, up through parts of Clinton into Highland counties. So the good news, Mike and Cherie, is that the severe threat has passed, and we are pretty much done with a lot of the rain. There may be a few sprinkles for a few folks here the next hour or two, especially as you head up 71. But all in all, that severe weather threat has passed. It's going to take me a minute, you guys, but when I return, I'm going to set up a radar loop so that you can see exactly how things unfolded across the northern parts of Butler County. We can show you when that tornado touched down and some of the debris that you're going to see that was thrown up into the air. We were able to track all of that on the radar live as it was happening earlier this afternoon. But for a closer inspection on what's happening, I'll send it back over to you guys, Mike and Cherie, because we've got folks covering it from the ground up there in Madison Township.
All right, Kevin, thanks. So, yeah, he was talking about Madison Township. That's an area of Butler County, not far from Middletown, and that's been an area of concern. We found trailers flipped into cars, all kinds of damage to homes as well.
Yeah, and WLWT News says Brian Hamrick live now with the damage along Dickey Road, and boy, you're finding a lot of it where you are. Hi, Brian.
Yeah, Cherie, a pretty good burst came through this part of Dickey Road here in Madison Township. You can see it blew this camper right off of its wheels. It's resting on a truck on the other side. There's a lot of damage here, including a lot of damage to roofs here. This blew off. This is just a piece of a roof that came off of somewhere, and I'm not even sure where that came from at this point. But you can see this is a pretty good-sized camper that is just tossed over and teetering over here, but it's resting on the other side on a truck. I'll show you that in just a second. Meanwhile, they have more damage here. Now, this is a barn that's been here for a long time. There's a sign on it that says 1951. They say that thing was painted on there long after the barn was built. But the entire roof of this barn, this whole tin structure, came off of the top there. Some of it's hanging precariously by a couple of nails on the top there. So there's a lot of damage down here. If you look around, you can see they even had a situation. Apparently, this canoe was somewhere in the barn or in that area, ended up on the front porch over here. More of this roof about everywhere you go. Now, we talked to some folks that were next door neighbors over here. They were actually in the basement of their home whenever this storm came rumbling through here. We talked to one man who said at a distance, you could actually see the storm, and it was poking down like fingers poking down out of the sky, and that's the tornado that came through. It had poked one place, and then it had poked another. So when it poked down at this area, this is what happened. There are parts of trees down. Again, just the roof from that barn came just about everywhere. The top of this tree got tangled up in some of it. And I wanted to show you this. This is one of those tractor boxes that go in the back of your pickup truck. That thing's all crumpled up like it's made of tin foil. And then over here, folks were in the house here, and the window just blew out of this house. You can see the blinds are what's left there. But fortunately, in all of this, no reports of injury. I talked to the Butler County EMA director, and he said at this point, and they're still going around to check, that they have no reports of injury, but they are still going basically house to house in these areas that are hit hard and still looking to see if there's somewhere they don't know about that's been hit. So they're going to these areas and checking, but at this point, they have no reports of injury. Reporting live, Brian Hamrick, WLWT News 5.
Brian, I wasn't able to hear there. Were you able to talk with any of the homeowners there yet today? I mean, did they see this? What were they thinking when all of this was ripping apart?
back.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think Brian can hear us. That was what I was afraid of. It's kind of loud out there. He's not able to hear what exactly we're saying. So we'll check back with him. We did find more damage though in other parts of Madison Township. That particular area hit very hard this afternoon.
And WLWT News 5's Danielle Dindak is there right now. And you're starting to see some damage. We won't get official confirmation that this was a tornado until tomorrow when those crews get out there on the ground. But just chatting with Kevin while Brian was talking, and he's fairly certain that this was a tornado up there in that part of Butler County. Is Danielle ready to go? There she is, live right now. Hi, Danielle. What are you seeing out there?
Mike Sherry, it's a mess out here. We're on West Alexandria Road. There's trees down everywhere you look. The power company is already here on scene. They tell me 350 people are without power. Now, Becky here, she wasn't able to get to her house yet. Becky, what's it just look like out here? I'm sure this isn't typical.
No, it's a terrible mess. We like to keep our trees trimmed and nice, not piled up, and yeah, it's a mess.
Now, you weren't here when the storm went through, so you didn't hear it. Talk to me about where you were and what brought you back here.
We were in Monroe at the casino there, and my cousin called me and asked me if I was okay and if we had any damage, and I said, what? Because we didn't know. So that's where I was.
But you said even though you might not have hit the jackpot at the casino, you're very lucky because if you look at scenes like this, when the roof is ripped off your neighbor's house and you find out no one is hurt, that's the biggest thing.
We won the jackpot because we weren't home to go through this. So the roof still is on our house, so we're happy about that.
And seeing and hearing the chainsaws and seeing power crews out here, neighbors helping neighbors just minutes after the storm, what's that say about this neighborhood that's ready to put this place back together already?
Yeah, we've got lots of people saying that they'll help us out. And Butler Rural is really on the job. We've got 6 big trucks out here right now trying to get us back to our house.
One last question I have for you. We do not know if this is a confirmed tornado yet, but you said this wouldn't be the first tornado you lived through in this location.
That's correct. Probably 60 years ago, there was one that went down about a quarter of a mile to that house and up that lane over there. Took the roof off the house.
All right. Thank you, Becky. So if you just look up this way, this house right here, you can actually see the shingles or roof, the roof was lifted up. You could actually see there's still a lot of branches on top of it as the people, the homeowners really take in what we heard and what they heard here. Now, we did hear from neighbors that inside there was actually a daycare. All of the kids went to the basement and they were worried that all the windows would be blown out. But it's amazing if you just look at this house that all the windows are still in place, even though there's tree limbs just everywhere. You could see the insulation. It's peeking through. It's blown everywhere. Part of the roof is all over. And as you could just take a look over here, the power company is working to restore this road. That's where Becky lives. She's still trying to get home. They are working very hard. We see them chopping down trees. As you can hear, there's chainsaws going. There's bobcats out here working to make sure neighbors can get home tonight. Like I want to mention once again, there's 350 people here without power, but they're working on it. I said, how long until the power will get back on? They're hoping between 8 to 10 hours, but it just really depends. We did see replacement pools come in. Firefighters are on scene. I want to show you over here this driveway to get to that neighborhood over there. You can actually see the neighbors and people helping move things out of the way to try to get to their house. So it's a really big mess out here, but the big story of today, even though winds were this strong to uproot giant trees, the big thing here tonight, there's no injuries, and of course we'll send it back to you guys, and once we get any more updates, I'll be sure to pass them along.
All right, Danielle Dindak, live out there in Butler County. Thanks so much. Getting word from the energy company here, Duke, that there are about 3,000 customers without power in Greater Cincinnati, mostly out in that area. We're going to have continuing coverage on the severe weather throughout the newscast, and you can always find the very latest on the WLWT mobile app. Look, there's some hail in parts of our area tonight as well, so it wasn't just all about the wind. A lot of hail and heavy rain coming down, ponding on the roads. A big accident on I-75 in Westchester County. A very busy afternoon. Back to the weather.